कितहु छिप गए कृष्ण मुरारी, कितहु छिप गए कृष्ण मुरारी। बन बन ढूंढन जाऊं जाऊं, बन 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 ढूंढन जाऊं, ढूंढन जाऊं जाऊं, बन बन। शीस मुकुट और कानन कुंडल, शीस मुकुट और कानन कुंडल, शीस मुकुट और कानन कुंडल, बंसीधर मन रंग फिरत गिरी, बंसीधर मन रंग फिरत गिरिधारी। बन बन ढूंढन जा, निसारे मरे सा प मरे सा नि पनि प मरे सा नि सारे म प नि सारे सा नि प नि प मरे सा नि सारे म प नि सा नि सारे म प नि सारे सा नि प मरे सा। बन बन ढूंढन जा, बन बन ढूंढन, शीस मुकुट और कानन कुंडल, बंसी शीस मुकुट और कानन कुंडल, बंसीधर मन रंग फिरत गिरिधारी। बन बन ढूंढन जाऊं जाऊं, बन बन ढूंढन जाऊं जा, बन बन ढूंढन जाऊं, बन बन ढूंढन गणपतिगं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणस्पदान शृण्वन्नोतिभिस्सीदसादनम्। ॐ श्री महागणपतये नमः। सरस्वत्यै नमो नित्यम्। भद्रकाले नमो नमः। वेद वेदांत वेदांग विद्यास्थाने म्येव च। ॐ नमः प्रणवार्थाय शुद्धज्ञानैकमूर्तये निर्मलाय प्रशान्ताय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। यो गुरु स शिवः प्रोक्तः यः शिवः स गुरु स्मृतः विकल्पं यस्तु कुर्वीत स नरो गुरुतल्पगः। ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधिता भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते। नमोऽस्तुते व्यासविशालबुद्धे पुल्लारविन्दायतपत्रनेत्रः येन त्वया भारततैलपूर्णः प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमयः प्रदीपः प्रपन्नपारिजाताय ज्ञानमन्द्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः। सर्वोपनिषदो गावो दुग्धा गोपालनन्दनः पार्थो वत्ससुधीर्भोक्ता दुग्धं गीतामृतं महत्। वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगत्। श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे गोविंद हरे मुरारे। हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव हे नाथ नारायण। श्री कृष्ण गोविंद 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 हरे मुरारे। हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे। हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव श्री कृष्ण गोविंद 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 हरे मुरारे। हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare He Nath Narayana Vasudev. बोलिए श्री कृष्णचंद्र भगवान की, श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। नमः पार्वती पते हर हर महादेव। हरि ओम। 10th verse. श्री भगवानुवाच ब्रह्मण्याधाय कर्माणि संगं त्यक्त्वा करोति यः लिप्यते न स पापेन पद्मपत्रम् इवाम्भसा कायेन मनसा बुद्ध्या केवलैरिन्द्रियैरपि योगिनः कर्म कुर्वन्ति संगं त्यक्त्वात्मशुद्धये युक्तः कर्मफलं त्यक्त्वा शान्तिमाप्नोति नैष्ठिकीम् अयुक्तः कामकारेण फले सक्तो निबध्यते सर्वकर्माणि मनसा सन्न्यस्यास्ते सुखं वशी नवद्वारे पुरे देहि नैव कुर्वन्न कारयन् न कर्तृत्वं न कर्माणि लोकस्य सृजति प्रभुः न कर्मफलसंयोगम् स्वभावस्तु प्रवर्तते. We were on the 13th verse, as I mentioned. This is one of the most important verses in Bhagavad Gita. In this verse, the discrimination between Atma and Anatma is done through the body. So, if you live with somebody close to you, physically close, and you don't know that person very well, so you'll always have fear. I don't know whether he is liking, not liking. Or you may do something wrong because you don't know his nature. You are afraid. Or any gadget you have to handle and you don't know. You are getting a mobile, we don't know where to switch on and switch off, how to switch it off. In the classes, many times it rings. And the person doesn't know how to switch it off. And at that time he struggles to switch it off. Then somebody else switches it off. Many times it happens. Anything which is close to you and you don't know how to handle it, then it will be a source of sorrow for you. Even any relative or even your closest person. Who is he? How long he'll be there with me? What is his purpose of coming with me? How should I respond?
How should I react to it? The more you know about something which you are dealing with, more you will be master of that. More you will be in charge of yourself. You are driving a car and on the midst of the road the tire got punctured. It was 11 o'clock in the night. You are in the remote area. If you don't know how to change the tire alone, not that you call somebody, generally they call somebody and that person comes, but you don't know where you are stuck up. And you don't know, I don't know how many of you can change the tire. You can change the tire. Achha, good. You? Huh? Prithviraj can do anything. For the you? Not every you can change the tire. Achha. So there is a way to get to it. There is a you can change alone. Achha. So I think we should have some test. We should have one test. So if you don't know, then you will be stuck up there. Or all of a sudden ignition is not working. Some basic information you should have. What is wrong there? Because you are dealing with a machine. So something you live with but you are unaware of it. It will be a source of sorrow later or sooner. If I am living a life where I have a child, I have a house, I have family, I should know what is the purpose of having a child, how to bring the child up, how to respond when he is not listening, how to respond when he is listening, how long we should be together, what is the way forward, who is he, who am I. More complete knowledge you have, more you will be detached and more you will be in charge of that. Supposing you are with your body and you don't know about your body, what suits you, what doesn't suit you. Cold suits you, warm suits you, sweater suits you. Which sweater suits you more? You will know it. You have many sweaters, but out of many, one which is the worst looking. So that suits you best. Others wonder why he is not leaving this sweater. Because body and mind is conditioned to that. You know better which sweater is best for you, which is warm for you. You know your body better, you should know it. That which kind of food suits you and which is good for you, you should know it. Live a very deliberate and awareful life. By eating what you feel heavy, by eating what you feel light, by which exercise you feel more rejuvenated. How did pranayam help you? Don't just do pranayam. See how it helped you. You will be in charge. Which exercise you need more in your body? Which part of the body you need more exercise? What kind of walking is required? More you are aware of your life, about your eating, more you will be master, and that will give you joy. Otherwise it will give you sorrow. You don't know your body and you'll be sad about it. Which medicine you should take frequently? Which medication doesn't suit you well? Which you are allergic to? So the doctor prescribes, he asks the question, are you allergic to any medicine? You are allergic to penicillin or something. Some people say no. They don't know they are allergic to something. They say, no, कुछ भी आओ, anything you write. But there are medicines which may not suit you, which can give you rashes, which can make you very drowsy. Although doctors said that it is not a drowsy, but you felt more drowsy, very drowsy. Some sleep by taking Panadol only. I can never sleep after taking Panadol. 2 Panadols I can take, but there is no sleep. Everybody has a different body. For some, steel pain doesn't work. For some, it works very well. For some, Celebrex doesn't work. You have a different constitution. You should know it very well. Is your blood pressure normal? Is it not normal? When your blood pressure is high, morning or evening, you should measure at all times and see what is the report of your blood pressure. If it is low, how to make it high? Because you'll start sinking if it is low. If it is high, it is also risky. How much is the limit? All these things about anything you deal with, you should know it. Which posture makes your back problem? How to sit so that you don't have a problem of spine here. Or you are working on a computer like this, you are bending like this. Like this. This posture is not good. Because laptop is there, you have to bend. You don't do like that. You are doing like this, seeing the phone. As many things you can know it very well. To that extent, you can master it. And there is a way out. Don't think it is the end of the day. You can deal with your body. Even if it's diseased, there are ways to lessen the pain, if not finish it. You can dilute it. From 80% you can bring to 60%. By yoga, by exercise. You should know it, but which exercise, which yoga, which doctor, which medication. And do it. Similarly, your mind. You should know that my mind reacts on which issue. When on what issues it gets disturbed, what quietens the mind? Which sadhana quietens my mind? Is it puja? Is it jap? Is it satsang? What is it? What is it? Is it meditation? Is it nirgun nirakar meditation or sagun sakar meditation? What is there which really makes your mind very quiet, contented? What makes your mind very angry? What issues? What makes your mind jealous if it is jealous? If it is not jealous, no problem. What is that which your mind can't tolerate? If you don't know it, you'll aggravate your mistakes. You'll make it more and more in time. What makes your mind very lusty? What makes your mind very irritated? What makes your mind devotee? What makes your mind very loving? You are just going in a flow. And therefore sometimes you need a teacher to help you know yourself better. Teacher is like a mirror. He shows you where you are. Teacher is like a lighthouse. He shows you where you should be. And teacher is like a machine. He makes you go there. So these scriptures and teachers, they are the one who facilitate you. We don't know our mind very well. We don't, if I do this, I'll be upset. Again, I'm doing the same thing. And when you know there's a potential of getting disturbed, so better to what to do to not to get disturbed. And if I have to be there, if I have to do dharma, and I don't want to be disturbed, then how to live so that I can do dharma and I don't disturb also? How much austerity can I take? How much more I stretch my limit? How much is my limit in this area? How many hours I can live without food? Is it required to live without food? How much I should not do it? I should not overdo it. I should not underdo it. How long I can sit straight if you are a young person and you have no problem on the spine? Which asana is best for me? Is this ukudu mukudu asana as you are sitting, this is good? Or ukudu mukudu asana, a folded chair is like that. So, some chairs can fold like that. And like this it sits. So this is called ukudu mukudu asana. Which asana is better asana? If all the asana is there, which asana is better asana? Why it is better asana? How it affects your breathing? How it affects your disease? All these you should know it. You can handle your body, mind better. If you are not obvious and available, then body will give you shock, mind will give you shock. Because you are neglecting the important portion of your body and mind. Closer a thing is, more it can give you sorrow and joy. As much as a husband and wife can give sorrow and joy, nobody and children, in-laws can't give that much of sorrow. Or what is it called? Or our mother, father cannot give that much of sorrow, joy as my spouse can give, because he lives in the same room. All the time, 100 times we are crossing road, sharing same washroom. And if you live in some other room, they will say, what's the problem? What is the problem? Why you are living in separate rooms? So if one is upset, other is very much affected. So as much as anything which is closer to you, it can give you a lot of joy also. I mean, I'm not negative. If you have a very thick relation, as much as joy husband and wife can give, nobody else can give. Because he is all the time with you, she is all the time with you. I mean, during that span of prarabdha, after that, another matter. Or as much child can give you sorrow and joy. If you don't know, it can give you sorrow. And anywhere you are sad on any issue with any person, one common point is there. You will say, I didn't know this thing that it will happen. I would have done another thing otherwise. Any issue. If you are sad about something or angry about something, one common point is there. I did not know about this person, or I didn't know his nature. I didn't know that this is the work. I didn't know the business will be like that. I didn't know this situation will come in my life. I was not prepared for it. And I was not prepared to face this kind of situation. I never anticipated also. Nobody told me also that this kind of situation may come in your life also. Neither I had anticipated. Today if the same situation come, you are much mature to respond upon that. Therefore we say, please live with the experienced person. Because he can warn you in advance that this is the possibility and probabilities you may face. ABCD possibilities are there. So be careful. And Sanjay Dutt is there, Sanjay Dutt. So he was giving an interview and he said, don't live my life. The youngsters were around him. He's a good actor, but very bad life he had. Jail and all these things. But he said very clearly, he said, Meri zindagi mat jeena. Meri zindagi mat jeena. How much drug problem he had and how many arms were kept and the jail, this, so a lot of mess his life was there. Personal life also and other life. Although he was a good actor, he is still a good actor. So, my point, coming to the point, Atma, closest you are, not closest you are Atma. And you don't know Atma, how you will be happy? Because it is closest. Well, know you, I know I am Atma. Which Atma? Are you define yourself? If something is known, you can define it very well. If something you don't know, you can't define it. Simple thing. I said Tulsi. Huh? So Tulsi, what is the botanical name of Tulsi? Basil. ना इतना ही पता हमको मैंने हाउ many kinds of tulsis are there बोले श्याम तुलसी राम तुलसी no I am asking botanical name how many kinds of tulsi are there one is black, dark tulsi other is not that dark obviously I don't know I am not a botany person I don't know what are the effects if you take the tulsi what are the effects don't tell the effect what is the spiritual effect what is the body effect well, I don't know too much about it. About Atma you tell, you are happy, I am happy. All the time? No. Then you cannot define it. You don't know about that. If you had known about that, only then that thought will be there. And therefore, not knowing this, I know myself differently. Much portion of your life, if somebody was upset upon you, what I feel, he did not understand you properly. If somebody was very upset or is upset, as the case may be, you will feel that I think he didn't understand me. I was not like that. I think he misunderstood me. I was not like that. I didn't do like that. He superimposed too much upon me. I don't think so. What he is thinking I am not like that. You will feel anybody who is very angry upon you. Similarly, Atma, what you think is not as you think it is like that. And because of not knowing that, you know I am born. Atma is not born. You know I am working. Atma is not working. You know I am tall. Atma is not. Total difference. And with the ignorant I am working in the world. And result is, I feel I am man, I am woman. Nothing, there is no gender in Atma. There is no walking in Atma. There is no going in Atma. There is no birth. There is no sadness. There is no happiness there. There is no world. Atma is not in the world. Atma is not in the body. It is not inside one element called body. It is not something small. But we don't know. Because our prarabdha is not there, we have not done punya. And therefore Bhagavan is not unwise to give lot of coverage to this matter. If something is telling lot for more time, that means it is important matter. It is not for anything else, whether you like or not. It does not. He will not tell, but I like to hear about karma. No, it is not a question what you like to hear. You have to hear. You have to hear now. Because this is required. I told you, someday you have to come. For purification, there are many paths. For illumination, there is only one way. You can purify by chanting Lord Ganesha's name, Lord Ram's name, Lord Shiv's name. You may read Shiv Puran, you may read Ramcharitmanas, you may go for seva, you can go for sweeping of the floor, you can go for donating the food. Various ways are there. But to know the self, there is only one way, and you have to come there someday. If not now, then tomorrow. If not tomorrow, after 5 years. You are not prepared is not the excuse. You have to prepare yourself. Well, I am not prepared. No, you have to prepare yourself. There is no excuse. You have to prepare. You cannot say, I am not prepared to be young. You have become. You have to prepare yourself. You are already youth, 21, 24. You have to prepare yourself. I was not prepared to be youth. Who asked you? You have to prepare yourself. If you are not prepared, you do mistake. I am not prepared to become old. Because you are not prepared, doesn't mean you will not become old. ये कोई लॉजिक है? I am not prepared to become old. I was not prepared to become mother, but I have become a mother. There is no logic for that. Now you have a child, you have to behave like a mother also. Sometime when mothers come, young mothers sometimes say, "Yes, I became mother, but I was not very prepared." I said, "No, nobody is so much prepared. You have to equip yourself now. So in due time, you have to get this knowledge. So don't be afraid of this knowledge." Okay. I am trying my best. Achha. My best may be your worst. So 13th to 26th slok is the mention of Paramarth Sannyas. Please note, Sannyas not as lifestyle, Sannyas as knowledge. Sannyas as lifestyle was mentioned in which slok? In Karma Sannyas, where Bhagavan said Karma Sannyas is better than Karma Yoga. Karma Yoga is better than Sannyas. In second verse, Karma Sannyas was mentioned as lifestyle. In third verse, Karma Sannyas. In third, Karma Yoga. In fourth, fifth verse, comparison, etc. In sixth verse, Karma Sannyas is difficult. In seventh verse, first line, it was mentioned, how do I know I have become matured in Karma Yoga? In eighth line, sannyas as knowledge. In 10th, 11th and 12th slok, the preparation for Karma sannyas and Gyan Karma sannyas, both were prepared. But I am just looking at you. I am not able to understand which slok, but अच्छा लगा. Please, when I say, the slok should come in your mind. It should flash. I am not that much, 13 slok, now this is 13 slok. Navadvare pure dehi naiva kurvanna karyam. Don't forget which slok, 13 slok. Now in 13 slok, Bhagavan is saying, he is comparing anatma and atma. First point is said, that one who is Vashi. Vashi means one who is Jitendriya, one who is accomplished. A very good word is accomplished. He is accomplished artist. Accomplished is a very nice word. I like some English words. He is accomplished politician. Accomplished means what has to be attained, he has attained in that area. He is an accomplished teacher. He is an accomplished actor. He has got Dada Phalke Award. Dada Phalke Award. Or he is accomplished disciple. So one who is accomplished in his understanding about Atma is called Vashi. Means that in that area nothing else is remaining for him. What has to be attained, he has attained it. So Kritsna Krit, the word is Kritsna Krit. Sayukta Kritsna Karm Krit. Sayukta Kritsna Karm Krit. He has done all this action. So it was said that he resides in the body. I mentioned and I am now going to repeat. The meaning of he is in the body. When he is in the body is to tell that he is different from the body. We feel I am in the hall. We don't act as Dehi. We act as Deh. Our experience is not Aham Dehi. Aham Deha. That is our experience. And I compared yesterday that content and container will be different. If you remember that. One more point was raised here. That please tell me, how can the all-pervading Atma be in the body? And then it was mentioned, it is not that all-pervading Atma is in the body, it is Uplabdhi Sthan. It's a point of knowing it. You know Sakshi. Because if you don't have thought, you can't know Atma. Very interesting point is there. If you have no thought, you can't have the knowledge of Atma. Because knowledge is of the nature of thought. Like, can you elaborate that? I am getting confused. Existence of Atma is there. And I know that if ignorance is there, then you know a thought to know the Atma. If you have no ignorance, then you don't know the thought, don't need a thought to know the Atma. But ignorance is there, ignorance of the self goes by knowledge of the self. Knowledge of the self is a mentation. Mentation means thought process. You need a brahmakara vritti. You need a thought. Manasaeva vaptavyam. You through the mind you know. Okay. You cannot know without a mind. When I become knowledge, but Atma per se does not need a mind for its existence, or does not need anything for its existence. It is nirapekshatma. But supposing I am ignorant about Atma, then I need a mind and therefore a body and therefore a life to know the Atma. Therefore, without having, all the body is false. But you need a body, you need a birth to know the nature of Atma. And if you are already illumined, then you don't need a thought. Then you don't need a mind to know the Atma. You already know the Atma. As self only. But ordinary person, why you need a thought? How will you say that it is a sakshi, it is a drishta? Atma is a seer, how will you know that? Atma is a seer of what? Of thought. Pratibodh viditam matam. Bodham bodham. You need something. To appreciate sunlight, you need a reflected object. So many times I told. If you have no moon, no star, no planet, you cannot appreciate sunlight. Sunlight has to hit somewhere, then only you can see the brightness. It hits on my eyes, then only you are seeing the sunlight. The image of the sunlight is formed in your retina. If you have no eyes, you can't see sunlight. So through the moon, you are seeing the sunlight. Through the moon, you are seeing the sunlight. So through the thought, you are seeing the light reflected in the thought of the self. You need the moon to know about the sunlight. So wherever knowledge is concerned, you need some thought to know the knowledge. But if you are already knowing the self, you don't need after that. That is called Videha Mukti. Okay? Only I am not very clear about it. I'll ask with you later on. I'll talk about it later on. I've already left it. No, I'm explaining it later on. What you please understand what is said later on. When in the body, the self is everywhere. Remember the light and the lens example. Sunlight is everywhere. The lens is the one which focuses the sunlight. The lens is the mind, in which the total consciousness is here also, 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 here also. But there is no life there. There is no sentiency there. You can't know this consciousness which is here. Because mind is not there. You can't know it. But because there is a lens there, therefore focused light is there. And because of the focused light in the mind, there is a individualized consciousness is there in the form of thoughts, etc. Fine, I understood that. But to know that total consciousness which is there, Two steps. First step is I am Drishta. I am the seer of all. For that you don't need Vedanta. You can understand that. Vedanta is required to tell that this Drishta is everywhere. This is called Mahavakya. Tadeva Brahmatvam Vidhi. Earlier Shrotrasya Shrotam, but know that to be Brahman. Okay. So when light is there and you see, and the mind, you only know the mind. When an ordinary person is there, his attention is not on the seer. And you need not quieten the mind to know the seer. You don't have to destroy the moon to know the sun. Through the mind you have to know the one who is behind the mind. So in the mind I say, there is light in the mind. There is a knowingness in the mind. Acha, there is a knowledge. Remember the example morning I gave you? Close your eyes and think, pot, cot, cat, dog. All pictures are coming in your mind. Coming, going. But the light in which it is coming is not coming and going. Rather, when you say dog, cat, bull, flower, in that also, the light of consciousness is pervading the thought. Through that light, you infer there has to be some source. Which is in all. That means in all thoughts the consciousness is there. There should be someone who is lender of this light. What is that? What is the nature of that source? This question cannot be answered unless you have a thought. So individual body is required to know about that if an ignorant person is there. You need a mind. And then when the teacher tells, you need a thought and the mind to know that also. If teacher tells and you cannot think, then the knowledge cannot take place. Understood, no? Well, a very serious topic has come all of a sudden. I'm not able to focus, my lens is not okay. See, I am saying, teacher creates a thought. Teacher also creates a thought. He is creating a thought that this is the consciousness which is enveloping each thought. If you had no thought, how will you go there? How will the teacher teach? And therefore, teacher takes your attention to the light which is enveloping the mind and which is not different. And therefore, the body is there in which the reflection of the self is there through the mind. And therefore, it was said in the mind. It is not Samanadhikaran, it is called Bad Samanadhikaran. Vyadhikaran rather. Like Gangayam Ghosha. He lives in Ganges. He lives in Ganges doesn't mean he lives on the top of Ganges. How can he live there? It means he lives near Ganges. I'm the top of the world. I'm on the top of the world. It does not mean you are standing on some highest, on Mount Everest. When it is said I'm on the top of the world, it doesn't mean you have climbed and you are on the top of Mount Everest. It only means that I am not tormented by any problems. Then you use the word I am on the top of the world. Others said you can't, I'm already there. This is called Vyadhikaran, where you don't take direct meaning. When you say, no, he is Indian, so you don't have to take another meaning. It is very clear. He is Indian. Like Gurdjieff used to say that Indira Gandhi was the only man in her feminist cabinet. It indicated both the things. Gurudev was expert in putting his ideas. If you take it literally, it won't make sense. So literal meaning cannot be taken there. Only that means all the cabinet members were women and she was a man. No, this is not the meaning. You have to take Vedikaran. That she was very bold and other people were not that bold in front of her. If anybody opposed, she used to take her out immediately. Very strongly she used to take everybody out. Phat. President's rule, immediately. Very strong in that manner. You should just cut the person. So, Navadware Pure Dehi, this is the meaning here. Vedikaran, not Samanyadikaran. Samanyadikaran means same cases. Same cases is there. And Vedikaran means it is a different meaning is there. I hope this is clear. This much is enough for you, don't worry. Now, Navadware Pure Dehi. So, what I saw the meaning of sannyas. I saw the meaning of vashi. We saw the meaning of sitting in the body. We saw the meaning of dehi. Puri word has come, that also we saw. Last quarter we had not seen. Oh, I thought it is over. No. Naiva kurvanna karyan. Neither it does anything, neither it makes anybody do anything. Oh, अरे वही आत्मा, वही नहीं, you. नैव कुर्वन्न कार्यन. अच्छा. And here it is said here, he does not do, he doesn't make anything do. Why he doesn't do? Please tell me. Why he doesn't do? By to do something, you have to be in time, space, you have to modify, you have to mix. This hand can move because it is absent. What is all pervasive? Pervasive cannot do something. And remember I said doing is a modification. Action means doer is a modification. And you drop your doer. You take the doer and drop it. Drop that doer. You ate the food and after that eater has gone. When you are not 10th class pass, you had a doer of I have to pass 10th class. After you pass, that doer is over now. You don't take that doer. If Atma was doer, then so many doers Atma will become. And many doers have done dead also. Many doers are going to come also. So Atma cannot be doer because Atma is one, doer is many. Number two, Atma is same and doers are dying and erupting new ones. Third, Atma is unchanging and doers are changing. Oh, achha. But why I feel? Because you are superimposing the doer of the body and the mind on the self. Yadyapi karya karan karmani avidyatmani adhyaropidani sanyasyaste. You have superimposed on like that. Many times when I used to go on the train was late. And in left train was right also the train. So I said, Hare, started. Other train is started. So if you go, then you see this side is stable. That side you see, you are very happy. चलो हवा भी आने लगी. कहाँ से हवा आ गई? चली नहीं ट्रेन. Train has not started. Where from you are getting the air also? Oh my God! Oh, कहीं रुक गई है ट्रेन. कौन सा स्टेशन है? Which station is there? Some smaller. Chai. So this is there. So from the chai you can make out it is morning, evening, night. I don't know you have gone India or not. If it is morning, very chai, coffee, like that. If it is towards night, chai. If it is late night, like that. So this is there. So from that you can make it out what is the timing. So as the movement of that train is superimposed on my train. So the dharma of the body and the mind is superimposed on me, the self. Well, he insulted me. He insulted your body, not you. He insulted your body. And he honored your body. He was praising me. Praising whom? Your body, your mind. What was? No, he was praising my qualities. Qualities belong to mind, not you. He said, you are such a nice singer and such a nice person I have never met in my life. I regret I never met you earlier. If I had met you earlier, I wouldn't have married. Or whatever is there. Or if I had met you earlier. So these things he may say. But this... don't stop, please come to the point. I am saying, if that is there, he is praising the qualities of the mind. Qualities of the mind are thoughts, not the self. The thoughts belong to the imaginary realm, and self is a real. Why you are coming and jumping on claiming that? Naiva kurvan na karyan. Neither it is making somebody else work. Naiva kurvan na karyan. It is not the instigator. It is not making somebody else work also. I hope this much is clear. Clear, na? Naiva kurvan na karyan. All problem is because I want to do. Achha, tell me, who will work because he has enjoyership? And who will have enjoyership because he has emptiness? You want to enjoy food only as long as stomach is empty. After stomach is full, you don't want to enjoy food. Enjoyer is a sign of emptiness in the self. I am missing, what? I am missing somebody. That means in you yourself are so unpleasant for yourself. And therefore you are wanting pleasure outside. You are not pleasing for yourself. Therefore you are wanting pleasure outside. What you have, you don't want. You don't want the same hand. I want this hand. I already have it. Why will I want this hand? I have this hand. I don't want my hand. ठीक है ना? So something you want, that means you think it is not there. You don't want a person, you want a pleasure, you want a joy. You don't want fame, you want the joy of fame. You don't want a wife, you want the joy of life. You want money, you want the joy of money. When you want joy, that means in yourself there is no joy. Emptiness is there. Well, I think I have no joy. If you had no joy, that means you are the nature of sadness. If it was the nature of sadness, you won't throw sadness out. You are throwing sadness out. Anything which is your nature, you try to get, you are comfortable with it. You don't move away. What is your nature? You don't move away. It is the nature of the water to go on the lowest surface. So supposing on the floor you throw a bucket of water. Slowly water starts roaming around here and there. And it settles at the most lower space, which is the problem of our verandas there. Although it rains, therefore such a big glasses are there. Let us see what it rains, what is the performance. I am just waiting for that. We are waiting for heavy rains. Let us see. What used to happen, initially water used to come, splash. And slowly, because the sloping is not like this, it is like that. So water goes on it, settles down, it is very comfortable there. Anything is comfortable in its nature. The fish will be comfortable in the water. It won't be comfortable in your dining hall. It won't be comfortable. Similarly, If sorrow was your nature, you will be comfortable. You say, I don't want anything because I'm very sad today, very happy. I'm very fine to be sad. We want to get out of sadness. That means sadness is not your nature. That means joy is your nature. Fulfillment is your nature. But still you don't have that. You don't feel I am happy. And therefore you are going out. You have enjoyership because you have imagined emptiness. Imagined emptiness in I is called sorrow. And therefore you are enjoyership. Therefore you are worker. Therefore you will get the fruit of action. Therefore after fruit of action you get more empty. My son came and he went today. The whole house is got empty. पूरा घर खाली हो गया. घर खाली हो गया, घर खाली हो गया. तो घर खाली हो तो आपको क्या प्रॉब्लम है? आप तो नहीं खाली हो ना. ये बड़ा घर सुनसान लग रहा है. हमको भी कुछ लग रहा है कितना सब खाली हो गया. सब खाली हो गया. In my childhood, some marriage I went. So, girl's name was Kanak. So, very nice girl she was. Some of my relatives and all this. So, I also went there. So, she went away. विदाई हो गई. So, विदाई हो गई. After विदाई, बोले सब घर खाली हो गया साहब. और उनकी माँ जो थी, the Kanak's mother, वो भी रो रही थी. उनके जो पिताजी, the father he also was crying. हमने कहा घर खाली हुआ, आपको क्या हुआ? बोले नहीं हम भी खाली. एकदम लग रहा सब हमारा कुछ सब चला गया लगता है. हमारा one part of my life has gone. I was very small to argue anything, but later on I start thinking all that point. Then I wonder that how come that daughter went away? How come one part of life then? No, that daughter was very good, no doubt. Distant cousin she was. So she loved me also a lot. So I can say yes, she was good. But this thing what they said, then I started thinking. घर खाली हो गया, वो ठीक है, घर खाली हो गया, कमरा खाली हो गया. ये यहीं रहती थी, यहीं से उसने पढ़ाई किया था. दिस इज द हाउस शी स्टडीड. यूनिवर्सिटी में पढ़ती थी, यहाँ से उसने पढ़ाई किया. एमएससी किया उसने. शी डिड एमएससी इन दिस सब्जेक्ट. हाँ आपको पता है. सो ठीक है. सो जो दुख आता है when you become empty, when you are unpleasant for yourself. And please get my point. From day one I am telling in the morning class. Your unpleasant nature you superimpose on something else that this will give me joy because I don't have joy. Your insecurity you superimpose and that money will give me security. When it is said naiva kuruvan, that means no enjoyer. No enjoyer means no emptiness. No emptiness means he is full of joy and bliss. I hope fullness is equal to anantata is equal to anandata. Fullness is equal to joy, fulfillment. I mean, when you say, I have a desire, when you have a desire, after desire is fulfilled, you are happy. Not because desire is fulfilled, but desire has gone. As long as desire was there, you are feeling, Arey yaar, I didn't have this food, I didn't have this software, but you ate it. Desire has gone now. That thought has left you. Therefore you are happy. That empty I has gone. Therefore, naiva kurvan na karyan. Neither it is instigating others. Why? Because there is nothing other than that to instigate. So there is no doership in the Atma. Why? There is no enjoyership. Why? Because it is complete. Why? Because it is of the nature of knowledge. Why? Because there is no time and space in that. Okay. And therefore, it was said avikari. Avyaktoyam achintyoyam avikaryoyam uchyate. Second chapter. ठीक है. Okay. I'm थक गया थोड़ा सा आज. And Bhaskar writes, Sharirastho bikaunteya na karoti na lipyate. It is not tainted also. This shlok is clear. For ordinary person it is unable. What will you do? Everything is not doing only. Everything is not doing. आप क्या करते हैं? नहीं करते कुछ. क्यों नहीं करते? नहीं करते. Now I'll read this shlok, 14th shlok. Na kartritvam na karmani. Already I have chanted it. Lokasya srijati, please read together. When short vowel is followed by one consonant, the reading is mixed. You don't make lokasya srijati, ऐसे नहीं होगा. Lokasya srijati प्रभु. And when short consonant is by double vowel, double consonant, short vowel, then you have a gap. Svabhavastu pravartate. Lokasya, what is the last vowel? In lokasya? A. And here it is sa and ru. So it is a one consonant. But second line, two is the short consonant. U. But it is having two consonants. Pa, half pa and ra. Therefore double consonant is there. So there we will have gap. Short vowel followed by single consonant. We don't give a gap. Na kartritvam na karmani. Lokasya srijati prabhu. Lokasya srijati prabhu. Na karma phala sanyogam. Svabhavastu pravartate. Understood? No? No, never mind. Those who are understanding, they can make others understand. You understood? Okay. So, I don't know that Gita chanting competition that happens. They see all these details or not, I don't know. Nahi, itna nahi hota. If they see so much, then they cannot. The judges also don't know. No, na kartritvam, na karmani. Na kartritvam, na karmani. Here, what is the nominative? Nominative क्या है? Nominative. Prabhu. Prabhu. So Prabhu srijati. The Prabhu is the word here for Atma. Why? Not for the Ishwar. Atma. Why Ishwar? Why Atma? Because Atma Prabhavati. Because of the Atma only everything is happening. Because of the Atma everything is happening. Atma is the doer. No. It is like the sun. Sun doesn't make the world happen. But because of the presence of the sun, everything happens. So it is an inactive inspirer. It's not inspiring, active inspirer. Like father inspired the son, go and study. If you don't study, you can't do this. You are going to fail. Or when the teachers are inspiring the students, go. The second year is very difficult. First year you could make it out. Second year, not many people pass. And this subject is really very difficult. Last year we had only 30% of attendance. People passed in this. And this is very difficult. It inspires. Therefore, please take this subject very seriously. Everybody is writing now. Serious. So he's an active inspirer. But something is called inactive inspirer. Like the magnet is there. Magnet is inactive inspirer. Magnet doesn't do people get pulled. Sun doesn't do roses, the flowers open up. Or the lotus opens up. Sun doesn't go to the lotus and opens like that. Earlier days, when the king were eating food, before eating food, they were afraid if it is poisonous. So there used to be one bird. So they were bringing the bird and they were making the bird see the food. If the food were poisonous, the bird's eyes used to change into red and blue. There was a kind of bird was there. So that food didn't do something actively to change the color of the bird's eyes. But the bird's eyes changed red and blue because of the presence of the poison in the food. Because many conspirators were there to kill the king. Therefore they used these tactics. This is called Prabhu. So the self is inactive inspirer. Because of that only everything is going on. I hope. Because na karyan, because he is not making something do, therefore it is not active inspirer. Oh. So Prabhu word has been used in this connotation here. In which meaning of Prabhu is that depends where it is used. Supposing you say, what is the meaning of cold? So you have to ask where it comes. Cold water. Or it was a cold welcome. Our body has gone cold. Or so all have different meanings. Body has gone cold means he is no more. Dead body is cold. Or cold weather is there. Or coffee it's very cold. Food is cold also. Weather is cold. Food is cold is different matter. Or cold welcome is there. Or he is very cold person. He doesn't respond. He is not a warm person. He is very cold. So that's a different meaning. So Prabhu, what is the different meaning? Here Ishwar is not the meaning. Understand that. Vedanta, some people brought, see, Bhagavan does not do anything. I said, which Bhagavan? Here Prabhu is for Atma. Because he himself will say that I do everything. Maya Dhyakshan Prakriti Suyate Sacharacha. So in his presence, there also meaning is presence only. But he will say that I killed everybody. Bhishmam cha, Dronam cha, Jayadrattam cha. Achha. Now see, Prabhu na kartritvam sijati. Is it becoming difficult? No. Already we have gone through all the difficulties. So, ab kya? Already you told everything and I am not asking, it is difficult. इतना डिफिकल्ट शुरू से डिफिकल्ट चल रहा है. हम चुपचाप बैठे हुए हैं. आई एम नॉट सेइंग एनीथिंग बट आई एम हियरिंग एवरीथिंग. Although I'm not understanding everything, but I show that I'm understanding also. So that you don't again repeat the sentence. So, Prabhuhu na srijat na kartritvam sijati. See, this is the knowledge of the self. You know what is the distance? Please create a distance between ahankar and self. More you can see that as two, more life's problem will be dissolved. More you can see as two. More when you are angry, more you can see the angry person is different than me. Who? The seer of anger. More that angry person will die its natural death. This is called alertness in Vedanta. Alertness means when any thought erupts, any mood erupts, detection time of erupting that this is different than I. More is the time, less you are alert. Lesser is the time, more you are under control. The distance between me, the real one, and the passing identities, more you can distance. That is called more, every situation is under control. When you say, no, I cannot manage this person. It is not that you can't manage the person. One wrong I is there. Angry I, sad I, frustrated I. It is overwhelming you. Because I don't know the real one. This is everything now. When my son passed away, now everything is over now. I have also passed away with him. My son has passed away. People say like that. My life is also over with that. Where is you and where is your sunlight? क्या है अब तो खत्म हो गया. I am nobody now. This is a problem. More you can see yourself as non-victim, more you can enjoy everything. Moment you see yourself as an object of somebody's work, he's treating me bad, he's treating me good. Acha, who? Me. Who are you? Can you be treated bad? Can you be treated good? Are you an object of treatment of somebody? Are you an object of your somebody else's treatment? You have made yourself a doormat, and then you say, people, I am experiencing dust. When you become doormat, then you will experience dust only. Only he uses me like a doormat. But he who is there, how can he use you unless you feel like that? All the time, nobody can use you all the time. You are feeling a lot than what he is giving you. It is your feeling that has given value to that. And by repeating those feelings, that feeling has become very important. Time is over. We will see more tomorrow. Om Hara Namah Parvati Pate Har Har Mahadev. Shri Sadgurunath Maharaj Ki, Shri Krishna Chandra Bhagavan Ki. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamadachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Guru Hari Om. Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare, Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murare, He Nath Narayan Vasudeva, 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 He Nath Narayan Vasudeva. Shri Krishna Govinda.